What's the most life-changing moment you've had in school? It happened at the beginning of my sophomore year. The school year was already stressful with the usual balancing act of homework, grades, and social life, but there was something different about that semester. It felt like everyone was on edge, as if something big was about to happen. It wasn't until a random Wednesday morning in English class that I realized what that something was. Mr. Morris was our teacher, and he wasn't exactly the most charismatic guy, older, kind of nerdy with this habit of staring at the ceiling when thinking, like he was solving some cosmic riddle. Most of us didn't think much of him, honestly, did our work, passed our tests, and sat through his lectures without much engagement. But that day was different. He began class in an unusual way with a question, a simple one that caught us off guard. What's the most important thing you've learned so far in high school? It wasn't just the question, it was how he asked it. His tone was serious, pushing us to think deeper. We stared at each other, unsure how to respond. Normally we'd say something like good grades or how to balance school and life, but this was different. F wasn't looking for textbook answers. One by one, students started speaking. A few mentioned favorite subjects, others talked about sports. When it was my turn, I felt this strange pressure to say something real. I racked my brain. What had I really learned? Listening to others, I realized most answers were surface level, like we were going through the motions without really understanding what we were getting from school. I blurted out, I guess I've learned that high school is more about surviving than actually learning anything that matters. Silence followed. Mr. Morris didn't respond right away. He looked at me, thinking. Then he said, is that what you believe, or what high school has made you believe? His words hit hard. It felt like the whole class held its breath. He wasn't just filling time, he wanted us to realize the issue might not be the system, but how we approach it. I mean, I stuttered. Isn't high school supposed to prepare us for life? But it feels like it's just about getting through, passing tests, getting good grades. Like none of it really matters out there. Mr. Morris raised an eyebrow. So you think the only value in what you learn is how it affects your grade? I felt tight in the chest. This was deeper than I expected. I don't know, I said. I feel stuck in this routine, doing the same things without really getting anything out of it. Mr. Morris smiled, not mocking, more like he understood. You're not alone in that. But consider this, what if school isn't about learning facts or passing tests? What if it's about learning to think for yourself, to challenge what you're told, and to find your own meaning in it? His words hit like a revelation. Suddenly it made sense. School wasn't just about homework and grades. It was about thinking critically, questioning, understanding why we were learning what we were learning. That moment shifted everything. When the bell rang, I walked out different. I started questioning everything from assignments to how I studied. I didn't want to just memorize anymore. I wanted to understand. I wanted to challenge how I thought about every subject and about life. Over the next few weeks, I applied this mindset. In history, I asked why events mattered. In math, I tried to understand the logic, not just the answers. I talked more with teachers not about grades, but about ideas. I felt part of the learning process instead of just a passenger. Even with classmates, things changed. I encouraged them to think deeper. When someone complained about a test, I didn't just agree. I'd ask them why the topic mattered, how it applied to life. At first, they found it odd, but slowly they began to see it differently too. By semester's end, I had better grades and a new approach to learning. I saw school not just as a step to graduation, but as a tool to grow my thinking and understanding of the world. That one moment in English class, Mr. Morris's question changed everything. It was a wake-up call. I learned that the most valuable thing school gives isn't a diploma, it's the ability to think for yourself, challenge ideas, and seek meaning. That day, I stopped just surviving school and started truly living it.